award-winning professional, author of Soul Shaker, and founder of Retreat Boss. She is a transformational business coach, entrepreneur, speaker, retreat expert, and philanthropist. Her talk, The Mind-Body Connection, a gateway to a powerful transformation. Let's welcome her.
And Catherine Kontos just got off the stage. How was it?
Oh my God, I can't express how many emotions go through you. Fear, nervousness, happiness, everything, just like all in one.
Oh my.
Yeah, and I do speak about the mind-body connection, especially about fear, right? And I felt fearful. We're human, right? We're gonna feel fear. We're gonna feel challenged. We're gonna feel sad, mad, whatever. And I was like, okay, I need to change my mindset. So I eliminated all the noise, stayed in my hotel room, started meditating to calm myself down and switch that fear into faith and gratitude. And that's what I did.
I love that. And you killed it though, like you knocked it out of the park.
It was the adrenaline rush, really, I think. Right. And because of the strong mindset and the strategies I put into place and my strong spiritual belief, I literally was convinced that, I'm going to get healed. There was no question about it. So I give those little tools and those ideas of what people could do to transform, not only if they're going through critical illness. I am so grateful to be here today. I defied all odds to be standing here. From facing death to overcoming seemingly impossible situations. And I want to show you how you too can defy all odds and live your life to its fullest potential. It was my 41st birthday and I was glowing. What you may not realize is that it was my first night out after 2 weeks of deep isolation, away from all outside contact, including my 11-year-old daughter. The long hair you see is a wig, cleverly hiding my bald head. And that glowing face is makeup, covering my pale skin from the battle with stage 3 breast cancer. As a matter of fact, I had just undergone 2 surgeries and 2 rounds of chemotherapy, leaving my white blood cell count at a critical 0.3. It was so low that I had no defense against even the slightest infection. And that wasn't all. There was a kidney stone lodged painfully in my ureter. It was a storm of medical emergencies, and nobody could know if I would make it. But I had hope. The good news is, I survived all that, and I stand before you almost 10 years cancer-free. Now, what if I told you that I asked for all that to happen? I did. I asked for all of that to happen. My life seemed perfect with all of its happiness and luxuries, but that image of me was as deceiving as this picture. I suffered from tremendous anxiety and pain and a desperate need to please others. One night, just a few months before this picture, I found myself uncontrollably sobbing. And in that moment of deep despair, I prayed wholeheartedly for my life to end. Soon after, those words came to haunt me, and I was diagnosed with cancer. Made me wonder, when I prayed for my life to end, did my body respond? Did my mind control my body? And that's where I had my epiphany. I said to myself, well, if my mind could do that, then it could also cure me of cancer, right? Whether you believe it or not, doesn't matter, because it was fact to me. And that mindset was the most powerful weapon as I was about to embark on the toughest battle of my life. Inactive treatment. I lost my marriage. I lost my business. I lost my wealth. All of it. It was the death of every part of my life, just as I had asked. Is it really possible that I asked for the cancer and I got it? I soon found out that my DNA had mutated in a very unique way, where one other person in the world had experienced it. That's one in over 7 billion people globally. It was like winning the cancer lottery. With odds so low, I could have won the Powerball 24 times. Yeah. That epiphany I had led me into a mind skill that kept an unshaken mind throughout all of that. I went on to build a business while in treatment in my bedroom with only a vision and a laptop. It was an incredible epiphany because it was the launching pad of my future desired life. I went on to lead causes in philanthropy, publish a book, and even find my soulmate and get married again. All of that I envisioned during that time. So how did I keep that mindset? And how did I transform my life so incredibly? You may wonder and be curious on how you could do it for yourself. It all started with just wanting a strong and peaceful mind in order to get me just through the journey of cancer. But I got so much more than that, so much more than I could have ever possibly imagined. And for you to transform your life, you need to understand some basics. Picture your life where you live unapologetically, where passion fuels your every move, and fear is transformed to gratitude and faith. In this life, you understand your worth and your significance of the contributions you offer to this world. In this life, your boundaries are clear and you trust yourself again. It's not easy to get there because fear and societal conditioning have blinded you from your potential within and around you. And in order to get to the place of authenticity and love, you need to strip away all the masks and filters from deep inside your soul. And that means a piece of you too. You need to let go of everyone and everything that no longer serves you. Everyone. And I promise you, the rewards are immense. Because you will gain an incredible clarity on your vision and on your purpose, and an incredible sense of power. So what is holding you back from living your desired life? It's time to let go of the illusion. Trust yourself again and surrender to the journey of life. This was my mantra as I used prayer, meditation, and visualization to help me reach the gateway of transformation, no matter what physical state, to embody a woman of power, health, and strength to live the life I was meant to live. One of my visualizations was to picture the chemotherapy as this bright light entering my body and killing all of the cancer cells. There was a study that was published in the journal The Breast, where breast cancer patients visualized their immune system killing their cancer cells. And their T cells ended up being a lot higher, and their active killer cells compared to those who hadn't visualized. So this continued supporting my thought of the mind is more powerful than we think. Day in and day out, I meditated and visualized this bright light killing all the bad cells. I imagined my future life with so much excitement. I can feel and sense what it was like to write a book, speak in front of hundreds of people. I would catch myself smiling and laughing and even crying from joy. Day in, day out, I expressed gratitude to God and prayed for my health back. I used to sleep listening to prayers from a Greek Byzantine chant from the monks, hoping that those prayers would penetrate the deepest part of my subconscious. Well, it seems that I was adding power to my intentions. There was a study that was published in the Journal of Medical Engineering and Technology that showed that when you're listening to prayers, it actually increases the power of theta and alpha waves in your mind in different parts of your brain, depending on what you're doing. So when you're awake, you produce and activate beta waves. When you're asleep, you produce theta waves. Interestingly, when you meditate, you train your brain to go into theta state while you're awake. And you are able to access parts of your mind where you're usually not able to access. And this is where the magic happens, just as it did to me. So I was praying one time, begging for my life to God. And I went into this really deep meditative state. Suddenly, my body surrendered with my arms open to receive. I felt suspended in time. I felt this bright light going right through my head in me. I felt like I was in God's arms. The emotions and sensations were so incredible. I was experiencing my awakening and an incredible paradigm shift. Let's dive deep into that. There was another study that was published in the academic press, which is a brain training technique that uses EEG and neurofeedback training in order to encourage theta waves in your brain. And there's a lot of benefits, like a stronger immune system and higher job performance. What was interesting, though, is that they found there was a strong spiritual connection benefiting this study. And these people were able to reach parts of their mind they wouldn't usually have access to, and that's where they had unique healing experiences. So my question is, are divine experiences real? I can tell you that I believe that if you add a strong spiritual ritual with a strong belief to your prayer, meditation, and visualization, you will reach deeper states of consciousness and possibly open up the power of your mind to change the course of your life. So I ask you, is it possible that this is not just an idea, but an actual possibility, where you can tap into your mind and engineer parts of your life? If you were in the position that I was, wouldn't you do everything in your power, no matter how controversial, to defy death and live your life? How transformed would you be if you took that same strategy and used it in your life? How different would your life look? So I ask again, is it a real possibility? I know it is, because I was given a 0.3 chance, and that's all I needed, and that's all you need to.